So in this week's top 5 is top 5 hang back filters. Now how this week's gonna work is 5 being, the like not really the worst, but it's just not the greatest, and then 1 being the probably the best out there as of what I know. So for quick update, obviously you see my tank's it's getting better. Definitely need to try to get the improved camera so it can look better, but it's super clear now. I got it all fixed. But so I guess we'll start off the list right now. Number 5, which is also we're going 5 to 1 being the best. So at number 5, now I put the Marineland penguin filters. And that's just the penguins, not the emperors. But number 5 is the Marineland penguin filters, and because it's just what they come with. They just come with cartridges and a bio wheel, which that's how the filter is made. Now, they're the only filter with a bio wheel, so that's just an extra design thing they have on there that collects bacteria. But what makes it so low on the list is because, first of all, it's had so many problems over the years. Some people, they keep them for years and they do perfectly fine. Like me, I had one on here not too long ago. I had a 200. Now the thing is, like, I don't know what about them. It's just like the impellers start messing up. It's just like everybody that's had one, the bio wheel stops. There's something weird about them that just never lasts long, and it just never works out for people. But if you do it right and do it like how I did it and put stuff with sponges, put Chemi Pure Purigen, it can be a great filter. But it just gets it being black, which a lot of filters are black, but it's just like the water dries up in it, and then the whole look of the filter just looks ugly. I mean, I like to keep myself clean, that's why, but most people don't mind the dirty look of the filter. But it's just, over the years, it's just never been like the best you could possibly get out there. I mean, people buy them all the time still, and that goes for the Emperors too. Like, they're not really a thing no more. You can't really find them. Well, where I am, but I know what is it, they call it the 400, the biggest one. I know some people still use those, but I think it's just time for those filters to kind of be old school and just, not even a good filter anymore. But after that, number 4, which I sound dumb pronouncing this name every time, so I'm just going to show you a picture of one of the filters, and you guys will know exactly what I'm talking about. And that's one of these filters. And this is their quiet flows. Now, the reason these go over the Marineland, because I know you can't really see it great in this picture, but they have more than just, the cartridges. They have, this thing that creates, it's kind of like the bio wheel, but it doesn't spin. But it creates, it collects bacteria, which obviously helps your tank. And it's just, the reason it goes over the Marineland is, I actually forgot to mention that the Marinelands can be loud. That's a big thing that most people hate. Now, these, obviously, they're quiet flows, right in the title. And I've had them before, and yes, they are very quiet. I don't know about the quietest filter, because I haven't had it in a long time, so I can't really compare it to what I have now. But most people that buy these, they do perfectly fine. I mean, it's a good brand. Like, I have no complaints about that brand. It's just they're not like a premium filter. I mean, it's just, compared to what's up on the list, it's not as good. The cartridges, I mean, they're no different than Reland. Just a fine pad with carbon in it, no different. I mean, obviously the propeller is better made than Marineland, so it lasts longer. That's why it got kind of upper than Marineland, but it's never been like the best ever. So it's just, and I think a lot of you can agree. But number 3 is a Flooville C Series. That goes for the, what is it, a C2, C3, C4, and those filters, they're honestly, a lot of people, I've always heard amazing things. They obviously they can be customized a little bit, but you got your, I'm pretty sure they got their fine pad, and then it goes through a media basket, and then it goes through a little hose and pours out the top and goes over a biological basket thing that has I think they come with rings, ceramic rings, and then pours right back out into the tank, which obviously that's already a huge improvement compared to the filters we've already had on this list. I mean, it already has all that stuff. It comes with biological media, it comes with mechanical, and it has all three stages, which these other filters do, but they don't do it as well as these. Which you can flip out the carbon, carbon, and put chemi pure, purigen. You can put whatever you want in those things. I mean, it's a very good filter. Quiet. That's what I've heard. They've just they've never been bad for people. Their flow rate's good. You can adjust the flow. I mean, they're just a good filter. They're a little on the expensive side, but they get the job done. Now number two is the new. Well, it's not as new no more, but the C-Chem title that goes to 55, 75, and 110. This filter, it, it it probably could be number one, but there's a reason why I kind of lowered it back down, and it's just like a filter I'm about to talk about, but it's already it's just so different compared because it's customizable. It got a skimmer, which I don't know any Haim on the backside of skimmers. It got the intake pump, which means you don't have to prime it, and it has the huge media basket where the water flows under it and comes up. That's already better than all these filters. All other filters just pour over their stuff. It doesn't even touch half the stuff in your basket. And these ones, it comes with a sponge, and then what is it, carbon, and then maybe it's ceramic. I don't think it comes with carbon, but it does come with ceramic wings, and it's one of the best out there right now. But one thing that kind of puts it down is the design. It's not and it's quiet, but the design is kind of in for some people. It's kind of bulky, just like the penguins. It's but it gets the job done, so it shouldn't really matter. And the other thing is the problems that it's had is it likes some of the water actually gets bypassed because it gets kind of clogged, and the water will just kind of pour over. Like it comes up when it comes up from the basket, it goes behind the basket and goes over, and it doesn't even touch anything. And so that's a lot of complaints I've heard about those filters. So that's why I put that in number two. It's just like it's been really good so far, but it's one filter I've seen that has pretty good complaints on it too. But I'm sure C-Chem will improve it later down the road. Now number one, obviously you guys probably can already guess it, the Aqua Clears, and that goes for 20, 30, 50, 70, and 110. Now I got two on this tank, 250s. Now these filters are by far, even like 10 years ago, these filters are still to this day one of the best. It got the nice basket just like the C-Chem title. It comes up, it goes through all the media. It comes as sponge, carbon, and ceramic. Not really rings, but I don't know. I just call them rings, and it covers all three of those. And for the price, it's really not that bad. The only problem is you do have to probably cover up because the intake is a little wide. So intake sponge is perfectly fine. But these filters have never failed on me. They've never really failed on a lot of people. They last so long. They're a clear plastic, which I mean, and they're a modern, sleek design. They make putting. I mean, I just looking at this tank, it makes this tank look cool, having like these sleek, modern-looking filters on the back. It just makes it look less bulky, like a penguin. Now, the pumps on these things, the impellers, they work great. I mean, they've never failed on me. Some people have a problem where it stops spinning, but it's mostly because they let it get all gunky and slimy, and it slows down the rate. But that's really the only problem that's ever been. And it's just so customizable. I mean, you can put filter flaws. I have Purigen and Chemi Pure in these things, a bunch of sponges, there's so many things you put in these filters. That's why they've just topped this list off. There's nothing ever bad to say, and they have good flow rate. I mean, there's no other filter that just really comes close to it, because this has been out for so long and it's never failed anybody. It's always been such a good filter for everybody. So yeah, that's this week's top 5. I hope you guys enjoyed this top 5. Tell me in the comments what you want to see for top 5 next week for aquariums. So comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.